Thousands of activists from all over Asia rallied outside the United Nations Conference Center in Thailand this week to demand that world leaders take immediate action on climate change.
The farmers, the women, whose lives are being devastated by climate change. Together we are stronger. Together we are united.
They called for rich countries like the United States to reduce their carbon emissions and provide funding to help poor countries cope with the effects of global warming. A few Filipino celebrities joined in, including Miriam Kimbao,
of protection and safety.
Yes, climate justice.
Noel Cabangon,
Climate justice. Yes.
and Mark Nelson.
Lying down for the Fisher folk, campaigning for climate change.
The rallyists aim to send a strong message to government representatives from 177 countries currently meeting in Bangkok to discuss steps each country will take to address climate change.
Citizens across the world call for action on climate change, and they will
meet again this December in Copenhagen, Denmark, to try to reach an agreement on key issues, such as developed countries' targets for cutting greenhouse gas emissions. But until now, many wealthy countries have yet to put forth targets that either scientists or developing countries consider ambitious enough.
Dahil ang mga maunlad na bansa ang may pangunahing dahilan, may kasalanan sa paglala ng ganitong pagbabago ng klima. Pero ang tinatamaan ay ang katulad naming mga maliliit na mga mangisda, ang aming maliliit na mga tahanan, ang aming mga komunidad na ngayon ay linulubog sa baha.
We want a lot of people to join us, try and get our voice out there and campaign for developed countries to cut their emissions by 40% and also to release a lot of funds to the developing nations so we can cope with the changes in the climate.
Scientists say industrialized countries must cut their emissions by 40% below 1990 levels by the year 2020 in order to avoid a runaway climate crisis. So far, Norway is the only one to have met the challenge. Other rich countries have only announced targets amounting to 11 to 18%. Meanwhile, people around Asia fear that the effects of climate change may already be a reality. Barely 2 weeks ago, typhoons Ondoy and Pepeng brought the worst flooding to Metro Manila and Luzon in more than 40 years. Scientists say that storms like these may become more frequent as the world's oceans and atmosphere warm up. It may already be too late for any kind of climate agreement to help the victims of Ondoy or Pepeng. Whether world governments will do what is necessary in Bangkok and Copenhagen to save others from a similar future remains to be seen. Pia Faustino reporting from Bangkok for GMA News.
One world,